sometimes you have, no, ain't no sometimes, you have to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. And you don't know what's at that top when you get there.
Right.
So the harder you work, when you get to the top, the better it's going to be. And I could say that as far as with you, boy, you done started from the bottom.
Yeah.
And now you are working your way up to the top. You done went from the Army. You done went from rapping, videos, podcasts. I mean, helping people out. I mean, it's so much positive things that you are doing. Recently on Facebook, you just posted about, you were talking about men, young men becoming grown men. Okay. It's so many young men out there where they think they're grown, but they're actually mentally, they're not at that spot. Right. And you were saying, from what you then came from to what you then went through to who you are now. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of men and women should understand you can start at one spot and work your way to the next. But it's up to you to become that person who you want to be.
Right.
And when you gave your speech, how you were talking about it, it was just like, it gives you something to really think about. These young people really needs to listen to that and see where someone who was young, was adopted, foster parents, sibling of 18, and now you've become that person where you are actually reaching out to people, helping people, opening up doors to people, and that's something that don't too many people do. It's so many selfish people out here who only think about themselves, or it's like, oh, if I start something, I don't want, such and such to make more than me or to do better than me.
Right.
You don't care. You open that door for whoever want to come through. You come through and you make it what you want to make it. And I am so proud of you for doing that. And I'm proud to know you. I am very proud to know you, Leroy. So what would you say to a young person now that I have a grandson, I have a nephew, and I'm sure some young fellows and females, that's just starting out in the game. And what would you say to them from you being a OG right now? You are OG. What would you say to them?
Just soak in as much knowledge as you can. And don't keep putting things off. A lot of times we put things off. Like you remember, you used to have that person in the family who grandma used to say, "You need to come on to church." Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, as soon as I get myself together, you're never gonna get yourself together. So now you're gonna be, and so with this game here, as soon as I do this, do that, then I'm gonna start shooting my videos, or I'm gonna, start my podcast or whatever. As soon as I can get this done, as soon as I can get that done, and I think that's a trick, because then you're gonna be 6 months down the line saying the same thing, a year, 2 years. You'll never get to the point where you feel like, okay, now I'm ready. You just got to get out there and get on it. And one thing I did when I was young, I used to like to hang around older people. I had a friend named Jackie from church. He was older, like 19 or something. I was like maybe 14 or something like that. But I used to like to hang around older people and just listen. Shut my mouth and just listen, and you take in a lot of knowledge that way, because they've been where you're going, so yeah, just get with the OG, take in some of that knowledge, and roll up your sleeves. You're trying to get out here and do something, and just do it. Mm-hmm. Get on your grind. Junior once said, "Don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream."
That's right.
Yeah.
That is So right.
So you got to get off that couch and roll up your sleeves and come get it.
I've heard through the grapevine that you are thinking about doing a reality show.
Yeah.
Okay. And the reality show will consist of what?
Consist of behind the scenes look at some of our young rappers, singers, entrepreneurs, podcasters like yourself. Just people who's out here, achieving the higher levels in what they do. People out here striving to do something positive and different, but you see in the behind the scenes what they go through as they try to do that. So, kind of like what Love and Hip Hop does, but like I said, it's not gonna be a lot of drink throwing and all that. You're just seeing what a person goes through trying to make it out here and trying to leave a mark and build a brand. So that's something we want to kick off this summer. And we're gonna have it on with New Vision, and have it on Roku and Google TV.
Okay, now what is New Vision?
That's who I just signed with Quest Nation. So that's a media streaming group that's going to be streaming our shows, everything that we do on Roku and Google TV. I started working with them last year sometime. They had this series called Behind Closed Doors, and that was on the OWN channel. So I started.
OWN is in Oprah?
Yeah, I believe in that one. Yeah, and so my song "Secure the Hatch," they picked that up for season 2. They want that song to be on their season 2 soundtrack. So I'm very happy about that.
I love Secure the Hatch.
Yeah. So so now we're gonna dominate TV.
Okay.
So that's that. Once they let us in, which they have, it's a wrap.
The door was open.
We're gonna remember Ali and Jerry, ain't no stopping, no stopping. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dominate TV and come up through the ranks on TV. And also just the podcast too. They got podcast streaming channels as well. But we're ready to do the camera now. So I'm looking forward to it. On the 22nd, it all kicks off, and I will have the information for anybody who want to subscribe to Quest Station and what we're doing, and subscribe and support. Trina, support a lot of us who's in that circle. $3.99 a month, or $42.99 for the whole year.
Let's do it.
And you're gonna get some quality programming on Roku, Google TV.
All right, February 22nd, guys.
That's right.
Let's do this. So, if you had to work and you didn't need the money, what would you choose to do? If you didn't have to work and you could do whatever you wanted to do, what would you do?
I'll continue doing this.
Okay.
If I didn't have to work, so now I don't have to go to a 9 to 5. I've been doing Quest Nation stuff all.
Quest Nation.
Because that's the only thing that's so separating. In a way, that's why I feel like I'll become a boss in a way, but I don't have the dollar signs behind me right now. The show
okay, it's coming.
Right. So, like a Diddy or one of them bosses, they able to just get up in the morning and just go handle their affairs. And I would love to be able to do that. No 9 to 5 for me. I just handle my affairs, handle Quest Station affairs, and with no worries about money. That would be great. And then we'll be able to put more people on, discover more people. I don't got to be at some job somewhere. I could be out there amongst my people and discovering more people who got something that they want to share with the world. So that would be beautiful.
Thank you for putting me on. I really appreciate it. Giving me this opportunity and kicking it with Trina. To me is part of my therapy. To talk to different people. That does different things and from different countries and all this kind of stuff. Kicking it with Trina is to me my therapy. And like I said again, I appreciate you for putting me on the team.
Thank you.
All right. We got one more fun thing. If you would close one fast food chain, what would it be and why? Who would it be and why?
Arby's.
No, I love Arby's. Get out of here. What's the deal with Arby's?
I think something out there, the roast beef like that.
Oh my good. I
They have a lot of
love.
roast beef and sandwiches and stuff, so I mean, they'll have to go.
Oh my goodness. Don't give Arby's the boot. I love Arby's with their horseradish sauce and then the Arby's sauce. Oh my gosh. I could have one right now.
Or maybe I had to go get one, then maybe I changed my mind. But yeah, I was never really, Arby's was never really one of my favorites.
Oh my goodness. I love crab balls though. Do you love crab balls?
Ooh.
With the crab and the potatoes and the corn and
They
the
got that at
sausage.
Arby's?
No, this is a whole nother crab.
I never had that. It sounded good.
Oh my gosh. Throw that napkin on and put the gloves on and get down to it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But we're going to close this show. I love bringing Roy on here. Like I said, he got me started kicking it with Trina. Roy, what's your last words you want to say to everybody out there?
Just like I said, subscribe to us on those of you who don't Trina, who know me, subscribe to the Quest Nation on New Media, New Vision Media. We're going to be starting on the 22nd on streaming live on Roku television, on Google television. My email is lp.wash, so letter L, the letter P, a period, wash@yahoo.com. On Facebook, I'm Roy Washington. On Twitter, I'm Smooth Novelist. On Instagram, I'm Novelist 2020. I think I just changed it from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so if you got dreams, you got something, you got a talent, whatever that you want to share, and nobody's hearing you, holler at us. We'll hear you, most definitely. That's what we're here for, and now I guess that's what my calling was, to hear folks that everybody else don't hear. And, come holler at me. And one more thing, we may come right back with some of the music.
Yes.
This is a kind of a different setup, so we may come back with some of that. You guys want to hear what some of the songs sound like, but other than that, I'd like to thank you for having me on, and I'm gonna tell you one thing to keep you motivated though, because when I first started, DJ Dre Dilla told me, he said, I was doing the podcast, and once I got to like around episode 12, he said, now you got a body of work. So they consider that a body of work. Once you get around your 12th show,
Mm-hmm.
now you can take that anywhere, and have a body of work when you're talking to some of the executives or whoever, that your show that's at least done like 12, you've at least done 12 shows, and that's a body of work. That's your portfolio.
All right now.
Yeah. So we're going to get that body of work in.
You're hearing it from the best, OG, Roy Washington, and you've been kicking it with Trina. Everyone be blessed.
Much love, y'all.
Much love, and hey, we out of here.